Hello YouTube, I'm back with another video. I'm going to be playtesting my Gate Guardian deck simply because I included new support that I want to show you guys. I may not be able to play it, but I'm most likely going to show you one if I manage to access my main deck. Or possibly after deck, who knows. But moving forward, it's my opponent's turn. He's playing a Vylon deck. So I don't know how he's going to try it because there's really not much that I've seen that makes Vylon even competitive, or I haven't heard any results of it being viable or being able to compete with the current Yu-Gi-Oh. So fast forward to let him know that it's his move. He's aware, he's just taking his time to think. He just had to tell me that he was thinking, just to be sure he's not AFKing on me. So he's thinking what he's going to summon from his extra deck. His deck does not seem broken at all because there are a lot of decks that can just easily go for a bunch of boards. Although my deck can pretty much do the same thing, but it's not like where they just win you a game like automatically. Because I try to make it where a deck can actually be able to build boards, break boards as well, and have unique effects. So I'm waiting for my opponent to end his turn, but he's going to have to proceed with what he's going to summon, so that I'll eventually be able to counter what he has on field. And I already have a very strong hand, as you can tell. And I do manage to nerf the cards that I create, like Bountiful Charity and Pot of Ultimatum. I made sure that once their first effect resolves, you cannot draw, or I mean any of their effects. The moment you draw their effects, you cannot resolve. Like once their draw effect resolves, you cannot draw afterwards. So just to keep their effects less broken, and then even though it's not affected by Konami's rules, this is a custom duel. It's just to keep decks in check, so they don't even become even more busted, as you see right now, which I already have in hand. So from here on out, I'm gonna ditch 3 cards from my hand. So there's no reason for me to have 3 like Dark Labyrinth. I already have 1, so because its effect can only activate once per turn. And I can't draw afterwards. That's the restriction. And then I'll just discard Guardian Wall Shadow Ghoul. So I think this is one of the new cards I haven't introduced to you guys yet. So I'm going to banish his 2 spell and trap cards. So I'm waiting whether he's going to argue or he's going to quit. I'm glad he was willing to continue and cooperate, as I want to proceed with this turn, because we don't know the outcome as of yet. I'll use Sanga's effect to, when it's normal summon, I special summon 1 level 4 low monster from my hand, except Sanga. And Kaze's effect, I can't be able to special summon anything since I don't have a level 4 lower monster in my graveyard. But they have additional effects. So the other effect is going to be, I'm going to utilize Sanga, allowing me to search Jiraigumo. And I'm going to pop Link Skyblaster from my hand to special summon Jiraigumo. And then I'm going to search Labyrinth Tank. And with Labyrinth Tank's effect, allowing me to search for Guardian Labyrinth. And then once per turn, I can special summon Kazejin, Sanga of the Thunder, or Suijin from my hand, decorative resident to the field. Also, they can attack, and they can only be used for the summon of 3 or more monsters. Alright. And they'll tribute Sui to activate its effect, allowing me to add 1 spell from my deck to my hand. As you guys are going to see right now, I'm going to be able to search for Paradox Guardian Gate. And Paradox Guardian has a very unique effect, as I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to banish one of my Kazejin or Suijin or Sanga of the Thunder from my grave, allowing me to summon a monster from my gift with a different attribute. And here, from here on out, you can tell my opponent's gonna scoop. Just gotta give it a bit. This will be a short video, unfortunately, you guys. This is unfortunate. Because I'm already going to my link plays. I'm about to link spam like crazy. As you look at it right now. I'm gonna go into Security Dragon to return his horror. He realized he's really pretty much open for game. And as much as I want to go into my Gate Guardian, I want to. But there's no way I can do that if my opponent admits defeat, because my recording doesn't reveal my extra deck. And I wish you were able to look at my main deck as well, but it doesn't allow me while it's on replay. So, but to be fair, to be real with you guys, you have to admit it is a very interesting archetype. Although it does not exist in the TCG, this is just for fun, for you guys to get a perspective. Even if it were to exist, if they were to take my idea and make this into archetype, it would be very exciting. It'd be very interesting, honestly, you guys. I think so. I could see and even if they were printed actual cards, I could see a lot of people heavily invested into this archetype. Although pretty much the archetype isn't too big, but they're very generic and you can utilize them with several decks, just like Bestials and Kashtiras, Dangers. It's in that category, if you guys get what I mean, like where you can just utilize them with several other archetypes, in which in case makes them entirely busted, and then that's where the ban list will come to effect, and they will try to make some changes to restrict them. Whether it means hitting a couple of cards or just outright banning the broken like main monster of the deck, or the searcher, or whatever card that happens to just like pretty much break your entire opponent's board. But if this were to compete against Kashtara, I feel again it would be a kind of a back and forth duel, but I feel like Kashtara's would still have the advantage as well as Tearlaments. But again, this is like a fun small archetype that you can utilize with different decks that could come up with and make interesting strategies and possibly builds that can be able to innovate themselves and try to further their outcome, if you guys understand what I'm trying to explain here. But again, there is news that there will be Gate Guardian support, but I doubt it's going to be related to the cards I made, because this is just for fun. It's all custom made. But if they do manage to do so and take my idea and probably reconsider, it would be exciting. And then who knows, I may get hired, but they might have to get my permission. And whatever they offer me, if they're willing to, if they decide to use my idea, they should be willing to offer me a reward, and or like be able to negotiate and then see things my way. But again, overall, with all due respect, again, I'll admit that I've been a little longer-winded. I've been explaining way too much. But again, I just want to share my thoughts and be able to give a clear explanation of how you guys can understand what makes this deck fun, viable. And if you decide to use it while on the site, you might as well try and give it a test drive. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to check for more upcoming content later in the future. Be sure to check your notifications. Comment, like, subscribe. Thank you.